Fonseca versus no, I don't even have a charger. I don't know how I'm gonna post this, but Fonseca versus I'm watching Fonseca versus Alcaraz today. Carlos, what y'all think about this match? I think personally an overrated player going against best in the world right now. It's gonna be a fun match, but at the end of the day, I bet on Alcaraz, Carlos, Carlito winning this match. Personally, I feel like Fonseca's going about into this match in a similar way as how he approached the Yannick Sinner match, and he's going to go full force, use the crowd for himself, which I doubt is going to happen because also Alcaraz like pulls the crowd himself, and also during that match against Yannick, I think the crowd was like 6-40, like 60 Fonseca and 40 Yannick, but it was pretty. He kept the crowd very mild, Yannick, because partly also knew who he was playing against. Kind of, they only got loud in the second set. Mostly got loud in the second set when he broke back when Yannick was serving for the match. So, but other than that, the crowd was quite a mild. So I feel like also this crowd was be mild. This match it was so loud that I didn't watch the match. But it got quiet in the second set. I was like. But Marjan reminds me of Marjan in like that cheese. I'm glad Fonseca won that match so we can see if we can get a proper match against Carlos today. But other than that, I think it's an overhyped player who's only been in the main tour I think 3 years now, compared to a player who's been in there for almost 10 years and has 27 titles and 6 Grand Slams. So it's pretty whatever cap there, and I think he shouldn't get his hopes up about playing Carlos. And plus he played yesterday and he's playing again today, and Carlos has not played for a week, so fitness there and stability. I don't know if they're playing in the afternoon or in the evening. I think if he plays in the afternoon, it's gonna be a lot of taxing for him on his body, because Carlos runs very good ball, and like I feel like the court is medium to a little bit fast, especially in the afternoons where the ball flies. And yeah, it's going to be interesting indeed, but I do feel like Carlos gonna pull through on this one. I think convincingly as Yannick's, I'm not sure, but close as Yannick's, no. I don't know, we'll see how that goes, but like it might play similar tennis in that regard. But like them saying good, I'm looking forward to this match because Fonseca it's just another match where an overhyped player, because of how much they've been talking about him, playing against the world #1 in the moment, and I don't think that's going to hurt Alcaraz either way. And yeah, after his loss against Medvedev, he's gonna make a point. He's gonna want to make a point here, and I think he's gonna do it in a respectable, dominant way. And by the way, it might seem like I'm like an Alcaraz stan, and I am not. If you know me, my videos, I am not. I am not an Alcaraz stan by any means, but like I feel like the conversation surrounding Fonseca, it's kind of like Iana at the moment, because they have so much of a crowd dominance and crowd puller. They feel like, oh, they're the next big thing. Yeah, watch them play tennis and then come back to me. They have a long way to go. They just arrived in the main tour to get their footing right, like learner as well. So them saying with you, Fonseca came close. Next time he's gonna beat Yannick, just because he played against Yannick's first time one-on-one for the first time. Now all of a sudden you think, because the both sets went to a tiebreak, and obviously you think that next time, consistency, my babes, consistency. And Paul Fonseca doesn't have the consistency that is desired to go deep in competitions, especially when the top 10, majority of the top 10 players are being in that competition. I'm not going to downplay his titles last year, but he won those titles, especially the 500, where the majority of the top 10 was not even in attendance. So until he wins a title where the top 10 is in attendance, especially 1 and 2, then come back to me. So yeah, and as long and then when he's consistent in getting into the quarterfinals, same means quarterfinals in almost not all of them, of course. It's kind of like impossible. Like to almost every tournament that he gets to, he goes in deep. Like the second week of 1,000, the second week of Grand Slam, then come back to me. Until then, no, don't come back to me. I think out of the 3 of the consistent players, meaning Djokovic, Yannick, Carlos, what's his name? The Zverev. Who else is consistent? I'll wait. I'm still waiting. But yeah, let's see how it goes. And you got lost.